So in deciding to wear this lipstick, I had to make sure two things worked. First of sorry. I hate it when it does that when I'm filming. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Odette and I do weekly fashion and lifestyle videos for the professional woman. So I'm gonna do a bit of quick housekeeping before I actually start the video. At the moment, I think it's about 32 degrees in London. It's extremely hot, so I do have my fan on. So you might hear like a constant like a sound in the background. I just thought I'd throw that out there first. So in this video, I'm gonna give you 10 tips on how to look expensive on a budget. So I'm the type of person that I like to look good irrespective of where I'm going to. Whether that's the gym, I like to look the part. If I'm going for brunch or I'm going for a walk, whatever, I like to look put together. And so in this video, I'll be sharing with you my 10 tips on how to look expensive on a budget. And in the coming weeks, I will be providing more tips on various things. I think in my previous video, I actually provided 10 tips on how to look more feminine or how to create a feminine style. I'll put a link to that somewhere up here, so go ahead and check that out once you're finished watching this, by the way. But yeah, so in the coming weeks, I'll be pushing out more tips videos as well as fashion videos. And if those are kind of content that you'd like to see, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel, as well as click the notification bell so that you know every single time I upload. So the first tip I have for you is to create monochrome looks. I remember when I first had the word monochrome, I always thought it meant black and white, but that's not what a monochrome look is. So I'm going to quickly define what that is. So a monochromatic look is formed when you use the same color to create an entire look, or at least similar shades of the same color to create an entire look. That's one of my favorite ways of looking expensive, because you don't have to necessarily go out there and buy expensive items, and you can buy these outfits from pretty much anywhere. So whether that's Primark, Woohoo, Fashion Nova, wherever you want, you can create a monochromatic look just by buying pieces from anywhere you wanted to. And the reason why a monochromatic look sort of gives you an expensive look is because it's a very clean look, if you know what I mean. There's not so much going on, there's one thing happening there, and it looks very effortless as well. It doesn't look like you've had to think too much about it. So when you look at the fashion videos on the runways, you either see a lot of things happening or you see a very simplistic look. And so when you create a monochromatic look, you tend to create the simplistic side of things. So the second tip is to wear neutrals. Some people define neutrals as anything from a nudish pink to browns and beige and whites. Occasionally I see people add blacks and grays to them as well, and you can, depending on what you want, you can put blacks and grays in that category. What I liked about the first point, which is a monochromatic look, is that you can play around with any color. So whether that's red, green, whatever, you can play around with that. But in this category, we're kind of mixing and matching very basic colors, so your brown to nude, your very neutral colors. But the good thing about this is you don't have to wear the same colors. So you could also have like a black and white outfit, you could have a black, gray and white outfit, a black, brown and beige outfit. So you can really play around with those. And again, similar to the monochromatic look, it creates a very clean and classic look. There's not too much going on with it, and because of that, it looks effortless as well. That's also a good way in which you can sort of look expensive on a budget. And I know some people might be like, oh, that's so plain, that's basic, but the reality is nowadays basic is the new bougie. If you see a lot of, I guess, affluent or rich people, you don't really, sometimes you can see them very flamboyant dressing, but also a lot of times they do tend to wear very plain and simple outfits. And if you have mostly neutral tones in your wardrobe, then you don't have to think too much about what to pair their outfit with, because you know anything would pretty much go with anything. The only thing I would add to that, to this category of neutrals, is also to play around with textures, because when you play around with textures, you tend to break apart what you have going on. So you can pair a leather trouser with a cotton shirt, or a cotton tailored pants with a linen shirt. You can really mix and match the look to create still something very nice and chic. So the third tip that I'm going to tell you about, and it's something that I still use today, and it was my #1 go-to tip during my university days, is to buy expensive things on sale, or things you consider expensive. I say expensive is very relative, isn't it? At university, for me, Zara was expensive. I would not spend more than £30 in Zara, because that was what I was willing to spend given that time. Buy expensive things on sale, and that's really just the best way to go about it. And the good thing about that is that you still look expensive because you are wearing expensive products, except that you haven't had to pay the premium price to get it. And the best way to do that is really to be signed up to a lot of these websites. I mean, I do a lot of online shopping, and so each time a sale is coming up, I get an email. Also the apps as well. Like if you have the ASOS app, sometimes they do exclusive sales for on the app only, so you can't get that on the website, but if you have the app you can do that. So that's definitely a way to go about wearing expensive products. But yeah, I think 90% of my closet I shopped on sale. I don't think I have that much stuff that I bought full price, and it's easier for me to do that because I have everything that I need, and any additional clothing item that I want, I know it's not a necessity, it's a want, and so I don't necessarily feel the need to buy it if it's not something, you know, if it's full price, and I just wait for it to go on sale. Like I said, you're still getting the same stuff, but you're buying it at a discount price. That is true as well for designer items. I think all of my designer items, if I'm not mistaken, are bought at a discount price. I also buy designer stuff pre-loved, so I do get it at a considerably discount price, and also I shop the sale as well. My most recent purchase was my Valentino bag. I got it at 40% off the original price. So this is just different ways in which you can still look expensive and on a budget as well. And while we're on the topic, I was actually thinking of doing a video on designer items that you shouldn't buy full price because you can get still a very good quality on the pre-loved market. If you want me to do that video, then let me know. I'm more than happy to do that because again, that's what I do. I get most of my items on the pre-loved market. So that leads me now to my fourth point, which is to mix high and low end things if you want to look expensive. I'm gonna give an example. So I do shop a lot on Primark. I like buying like plain white tees and what else, jewelry as well from Primark, just because you can get them really cheap. Granted, they don't actually last. You probably have to toss them after a while, but you get what you pay for basically. However, when I purchase things, let's say from Primark, I tend to mix them with a different stuff. I'm gonna insert a picture of a dress that I bought from Zara. I think that dress it was on sale. That bag as well was on sale, but obviously it is a designer bag. And so if you look at the complete outfit, because of the way I styled it, if someone looks at that outfit, they might think that I am drenched in expensive stuff from head to toe, but that's not true. The only expensive item that I have on is the Saint Laurent bag. Again, I got that one on a discount, but the dress I'm wearing was about $17.99 at the time I got it. So you can mix high-end and low-end stuff so that when you put everything together from, well, someone who doesn't actually know, they could potentially think that your entire outfit is expensive. The high-end stuff could occasionally mask the true value of the low-end stuff that you bought. So tip number 5 is to wear clothes that fit. I cannot stress enough this point. I feel like every blogger talks about this, and it's for good reason as well. You have to wear clothes that fit you. We have all once been in a situation where we feel like, you know what, I could potentially squeeze into this and squeeze into that. Yes, you could squeeze into it, but there's a reason why you say squeeze and not fit into it. So wear clothes that fit, and that's true for anything that you buy, even if it's an expensive thing. So you can buy a Louis Vuitton bodycon dress for £3,000-4,000. I don't know if that's what they go for, but you know, roll with me on this one. You can buy that for £3,000-4,000. But if you have, let's say, some skin bulging out because the dress as well is digging into you, it's just not a pretty sight whatsoever, and you sort of take away from the, I don't know, expensiveness of the dress. And having said that, not all high-end dresses look expensive. I don't want you to think that every single high-end dress would make you look expensive. That's not true. Yeah, I have seen some stuff and I'm like, why would I pay that much for that? Buy clothes that fit you, because if they don't fit you, they can tend to look very cheap, even if they're very expensive. That's the point that I'm trying to make. If you want to lose weight, then go ahead and lose the weight and wear the dress that you like. Don't wear the dress and keep telling yourself that, oh, I'm going to lose weight. Wait, lose the weight, and then you can put on the dress. It's gonna look amazing on you. So point number 6 is to wear iron clothes. I know when we're rushing outside, if we're running late, or we have to catch that bus, that train, or beat that traffic, and because of that, I have been that person who has worn something that is not ironed, and I felt horrible, but in my mind I was like, you know what, this is not gonna happen again. And the reality is, for the same reason that a dress that doesn't fit you doesn't tend to look good, or doesn't tend to look expensive, or doesn't help your case, if you will, that's the same effect that you get for wearing a twisted dress. So I know that occasionally if you wear light cotton trousers and you sit down, you can create crease lines around the thighs areas. That has happened to me many times. Honestly, there's not much you can do about that. I think if anyone is to see that, whilst it doesn't look the best, I think people understand that that's not as a result of you not ironing the outfit, it's just because you probably sat down. I hope they do anyways. There are a lot of materials, and I think silk is one of those materials that they crease very easily, and you have those and there's not much you can do about that. But make sure you iron your clothes before you go out. I recently bought a steamer from Amazon. I'm gonna put a link to the steamer that I bought down there. It's a really good thing, and it helps me quickly iron my things in the morning because I don't like actually ironing. Ironing is one of my worst things. I do it because I have to, not because I really want to. And sometimes in the morning it's just a bit of a drag to take out the ironing board or to plug in the iron, wait for it to get warm and iron my clothes. When I think about doing all of that, I don't want to iron. I'd rather not do it, but I still do it anyway. A work around that problem is to get a steamer, because a steamer is much quicker. You can just plug it in, get you between your makeup. Once your makeup is done, you hang up the clothes on a hanger, maybe you put it on the doorknob, and you just do this, turn it around, do that, and you're sorted. And iron doesn't give you that same ease. Another solution to that problem is to plan your outfits the day before. I mean, if you decide that you're going to wear this piece of clothing, just go ahead and iron the clothes the day before so you don't have to worry about that problem the next day. Point number 7 is to accessorize. And I'm specifically talking about sunshades and jewelry. If you're not in the mood, or you can't be bothered to do a full face makeup that day and you just wanted to put like a lip gloss and you pop on your sunshades, it automatically elevates your outfit. Now, it's not every sunshade that does that. That's what I've noticed. You have to find something that looks really good on you. For me, the ones that make me look expensive are like the smaller ones. I'm gonna put pictures of what I'm talking about. And that pair of sunshades, I actually bought it from Mango, and it was on sale for like, I want to say $5.99. It was really, really cheap. If you look at those shades, it just instantaneously elevates the outfit. The next point was jewelry. Again, jewelry, I like it because if you think about like the word bougie, you know, you always think about a woman that's dressed really nicely and she has some beautiful accessories on, especially jewelry. And so I always associate really good jewelry with an expensive look as well, if you know how to pair them well. So because sometimes I've seen people wear jewelry, maybe they wear too much and it just looks all over the place. So I would definitely say if you want to invest in jewelry, try and find pieces that complement you and complement the outfit that you're wearing. I find that accessorizing an outfit really helps elevate it when done correctly and properly. My point number 8 is a blazer. Oh my god, if you could only pick 3 clothing items, one of them has to be a blazer. So I would say a pair of jeans, a white top, and you have to have a blazer, because a blazer pulls an outfit together. I can't stress this enough. I could wear this, and if I chuck on a blazer, I would just look put together immediately. Even though if you look at it right now, it's just like a very relaxed outfit, but the moment I put on a blazer, I would automatically look put together. And I feel like a blazer is one of those outfits that you can play with so much, and there are different styles of blazers as well. You have crop blazers, you have long line blazers, you have waist blazers. There are different types of blazers that you can wear, so there are endless things that you can do with a blazer. I would always say, when in doubt, if you have a pair of jeans and a top and you feel like, you know what, I don't feel like I'm looking expensive now, just throw on a blazer. If you throw on a blazer, you're gonna see a massive difference in your look. Throw on a blazer and wear a pair of shades, and yeah, you're gonna look like the it girl basically. On the market, there are different types of blazers. I would definitely advise you to invest in a good blazer rather than spending let's say 30, 40 pounds on blazers from H&M. I'd rather that you save and have 80 pounds and maybe go to Brand Alley or one of these all secret sales and get a really good quality blazer, but for a cheaper price. So wearing a blazer immediately elevates your outfit. It's not every blazer that has that effect. If it's a really good cut, you would have that effect immediately. Zara is my #1 place. I also do a couple of Topshop. I have a few H&M's, not my favorite. Some with H&M's are hit or miss. Some of their blazers can make you look very expensive, and some of their blazers, it's just, yeah, get what you pay for basically. So yeah, that's tip number 8. I feel like in the recent years, maybe in the past 5 years, more people have fallen in love with tailored trousers, and I credit this to the influencer / blogging industry. Historically, when you think of a tailored trouser, you think of a very professional look, you think of a 9-to-5 job working in the financial district or anything along those lines. But nowadays, we've seen, mostly from fashion influencers, different ways in which you can really style a tailored trouser, and we call that now casual smart, right? Because you do have something casual mixed with the outfits. So you see a lot of people wearing tailored trousers with t-shirts, with jumpers, with spaghetti tops. What's the other name for spaghetti tops? I forgot to make, yeah, black spaghetti tops and different things, especially t-shirts. And that again creates a very nice, sleek and effortless look. And if you have that and you chuck on the blazer, you even have a better, more interesting look if you want to. So the final tip I have is makeup and hair. So it's really to have it done all the time. If you put in the effort to create an expensive look as far as the outfit is concerned, and your hair looks a mess, you have literally gone from hero to zero. If you're gonna put in the effort and time and everything to look expensive, you might as well get your hair done. And when I say get your hair done, I don't mean do something that's extremely glam. You can literally wake up and just brush your hair, but you still need to look presentable. There's a lot of anti-freeze products out there for those of us who have very frizzy hair, for those of us who have a lot of flyaways. You do have the waxing, what do you call that thing? There's a name for it. I don't know, it's like hair wax it's called, to keep your hair in place. So again, granted, I know if it's windy, you can blow your hair out of place. There's not much you can do about that, but do your best when you leave your house. Another thing is your makeup. So if you don't wear makeup, then I would say definitely invest in your skincare. I mean, even if you wear makeup, the underlying region is investing in having really good skin. If you're gonna decide to wear makeup, then make sure you put good makeup on. There's so many videos out here, and there's no reason for you to do bad makeup anymore. I feel like there's no reason for anybody to do bad makeup. If you're trying to get into the makeup game, then go ahead and learn the videos. I didn't know how to do makeup just off the bat. I had to learn. Practice makes perfect. So start learning how to put very good makeup on, because for me, the worst thing you can do to yourself, again, is to have a very nice dress or very nice styling outfit and you have horrible makeup on. Maybe your lip color is just a hot mess, or the color doesn't go well with your skin tone. If you're gonna wear makeup, then try to wear makeup that actually looks flattering on you. So if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and click the like button so that YouTube can actually recommend my video to other people so that they can enjoy it as much as you enjoyed it. As well as follow me on Instagram, because on there I post daily inspirational photos for your pleasure, and you get to see me incorporate a lot of the tips that I mentioned today on my Instagram as well. And don't forget to subscribe as well. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you know every single time I upload. That's it for this video, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.